I also wanted to talk about the statement that there's no negative impact to the general fund. Well, of course, my first point was the $67 million loss to the general fund. And if that's not a negative impact to the general fund, I don't know what is. So I just look at that statement as just flat out wrong. I don't understand why that statement is continuing to be made by the stadium opposition. By the stadium proponents. What they can say is that there's no general fund obligation for the stadium, and that is true. So the general fund is not obligated to take money, but the general fund is still hurt, right? And I just wanted to explain this concept. There's a couple ways that we could fund the stadium. One way is we could take money out of the general fund and give it to the 49ers or give it to the stadium construction. That's one way we do it. The other way that we could do it, and what we are doing, is we're taking money that is destined for the general fund, and before it ever gets there, we divert it off to the stadium. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. And you'll hear the statement, well, there's going to be no new taxes. And somewhere in the term sheet it says that, well, there's not going to be any new taxes for the stadium. But, if we have less money, we're going to have to cover for that somehow. We're either going to have less services, or we're going to have to raise taxes or fees or Parks and Rec fees or what. We're going to have to do something. And yes, if we do that, we won't say, oh, we're doing this because of the stadium. We'll just say we do this because we need more money. Nobody can promise that this will not affect our decisions later on to do things like raise taxes in order to get more money.